chest tubes. This is the infundibulum. This is our favorite ovary. Broad and pointed. From here, there will be from the lateral side of the uterus. There is a ligament that is the ligament of the ovary. This is the infundibulum. This is the lateral pelvic wall. And from here, this is the uterine cavity. Now this is the vagina. From here, that's the pelvic wall. Okay. Now this is the broad ligament. So this is the ligament of the ovary. So here will be the position of your bursa. And this is the lateral aspect. This is the upper thing which is in relation with the fibria. And this is the thing. So now blood supply. Blood supply, there will be two ligaments. One is your ligament of the ovary which is coming to the lower pole of the ovary. Now other ligaments will be your infundopelvic ligament. So this is the infundibulum. So from infundibulum to the pelvic region there will be one ligament. So that will give rise to infundopelvic ligament will give rise to the ovarian artery. It will come through this and it will reach that vein. Now from here uterine artery will come into around that lateral aspect of what uterus. It will go in the broad ligament. This is the broad ligament. It will go there and it will anastomose with the ovarian artery to supply that ovarian artery. Okay. So now this is the diagrammatically representation. Now we will have to learn about that blood supply. So what is the blood supply? So this is the concept which you have to understand and nothing much in that. Now coming to the blood supply. So blood supply as the name suggests, anatomy is all about the nomenclature and the name. If you read carefully, if it is ovary, then it must be from the ovarian artery, and adjacent also supplied from the nearby structure. If a river is going, it will supply all the areas, all other cities which is near its tributaries. So like that, its male supply is from the ovarian artery, but it will be also supplied by uterine artery because it is also nearby. So some part will be supplied by uterine artery, some part by the ovarian artery. So majority, so it will be from the ovarian artery, which is a branch of abdominal aorta. Just below the, it gives renal artery. Just below the origin of renal artery. So it will be given that ovarian artery, it will run on where? Ovarian, either abdominal aorta, on the posterior abdominal wall. You have to imagine posterior abdominal wall, पीछे, एकदम पीछे चले जाइए on the, it will lie on the posterior abdominal wall. From there, it will enter where? On the broad ligament. Through that broad ligament, it will broad ligament via pelvic ligament, pelvic ligament. It will be reach what? Upper pole of the ovary. And supply the ovarian part. And this is the main supply from this, and also from the uterine artery, which will reach via what? Broad ligament. Between the two layers of broad ligament, it will ascend and then anastomose. Ascend करके क्या करेगा? दोनों ज्वाइन कर लेगा. Anastomose with ovarian artery to supply. And supply it. So this is the blood supply of the ovary. Okay. Now coming to the blood supply. So जैसा blood supply होता है, we have remember it's like blood supply and venous drainage. These are the counterparts. So if blood supply will be there, So what will be, there will be ovarian vein, जैसे वहाँ पे ovarian artery था, what will be there, ovarian vein will be there, ovarian vein. So vein क्या है, we will form complex or the plexus, that plexus is known as pemmiform plexus. Okay, that will form the pemmiform plexus at the level of pelvic brim. जो level of pelvic brim, जो false pelvis और true pelvis के बीच का जो junction है, that is the pelvic brim, जो ऊपर वाला है, जहाँ से true pelvis का part है upper, so that वहाँ से इसकी entry होगी and this will form a single ovarian vein. Single ovarian vein, and that will be, it will be near that ovarian artery के बगल में, जहाँ artery होगा वहाँ vein होगा, वहाँ nerve plexus होगा, and it will supply ovary. But what is the twist here? There is some important point to remember. It is the venous drainage of right side and left side is different. How it is different? So right side and left side. Right side and left side. So right क्या आपको बोल रहा है, RI. So right is telling you कि I will go into the IVC or the inferior vena cava. ठीक है, राइट खुद आपको बोल रहा है कि मैं inferior vena cava में जाऊंगा और लेफ्ट साइड will be going to the rear. So this is the difference, right and left side, that will be different for right and different for left. So what will be the your lymphatic drainage? Lymphatic drainage will be pre-aortic and para-aortic. Aorta है, abdominal aorta है, उसके around, जो उसके सामने होगा pre-aortic and around it is para-aortic. So that will be your lymphatic drainage from the pre-aortic and para-aortic. Now coming to the nerve supply, as usual जैसे हमने पढ़ा है, fallopian tube, uterine, सब क्या होते हैं आपको, sympathetic and parasympathetic, मतलब autonomic system से हो गए. तो यहाँ भी क्या हो जाएगा, सब जो आसपास के होंगे उसमें लगभग एक जैसी चीज़ होगी. So this will be your sympathetic and this will be your parasympathetic. Okay, so sympathetic will be from where, T10 to 11. Okay, and parasympathetic will be from S2, S3 and S4. Okay, so this will be your nervous supply from the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. Now coming to the, so this is the overview of the ovary. So in short, what you have to know about the ovary, it has two ends. So what is the ovary? Is a almond shape incised gonad which will give rise to oocyte. That is the one thing. Then it has an endocrine function. That is the other important part. So it will secrete your estrogen and progesterone. Now it has two ends, upper end which is broad, lower end which is pointed, that two border, anterior border or the meso-ovarian border which is straight, and posterior border which is convex. Okay. Now it has two surface, lateral surface that will be in relation to the, in the what? Pelvic cavity to the lateral pelvic wall and medial wall. In medial, in relation to medial, we have a bursa, that is the ovarian bursa. So this is now that two ligaments, ligament of ovary coming to the lower end, that is one ligament, and that other ligament is your from the infundibulum to the pelvic region. So two ligaments will be there. So now nerve supply, arterial supply, or now coming to the your applied anatomy. So what is the applied anatomy part? Applied anatomy. So applied anatomy part is, one is the most important function these days in the case of sterility. If a female is not able to conceive naturally, then there is a method that is known as determination of ovulation. Determination of ovulation. So now we have to control the ovulation. If the ovulation process is not getting regularized or regular ovulation is not there, then we have to take control from outside by giving the hormones which will induce ovulation. So we will give injection, and to the females, we can give ovulating stimulating drugs like clomiphene citrate, all those things we will give. And now we will do transvaginal ultrasound within the day 9 to 12 of the menstrual period of the female, and then we can determine what the size of the follicle. And if it is reached that prominent follicle size, then what will we do? We will make it what we will if it is, then we will give some injection and make it rupture. Okay, so that is the things which is done for to control the ovulation. And if it is rupture, then we can do procedure like in IUI, that is the artificial method in which we process the semen and inject into the uterine cavity, or we will go by the natural method. So this is the most important aspect of the ovulation which we are using nowadays in the various IVF center or normal infertility clinics. Okay, so this is the one important aspect. Now, what is the second thing of the ovarian carcinoma? It is quite common. Ovarian carcinoma. Okay, so first we will read about PCOD, that is polycystic ovarian disease, which is also very common, polycystic ovarian disease. So what do you mean? The appearance, the female may have that oligomenorrhea or the menstrual irregularity will be there, sterility will be there, and what will be if you do ultrasound, then we have multiple small like we have multiple cysts in the ovary, and this will be arranged in a necklace like fish. So we have small multiple cysts in the ovary. Normally one cystic during ovulation, there is a one cystic appearance, and that ovum is released. Okay, so that is the normal process, but here this is the polycystic ovary, multiple necklace like arrangement of a small cyst can be seen. Okay, so this is the PCOD. Then we have Krukenberg tumor. What is Krukenberg tumor? That is the metastasis from the breast carcinoma. Okay, so if there is a breast carcinoma, it can go to the ovary as a secondary, and that is known as, that will give rise a tumor their ovary. So the origin will be CA breast carcinoma. So this will be CA breast, secondary is going to the ovary. This is known as Krukenberg tumor. Then endometriosis is the other thing in which there will be the infection of the endometrium, and there will be, in this process, there will be chocolate cyst of the ovary. So that is the other thing, endometriosis 3, and then endometriosis. This will give rise to your chocolate cyst, matlab ovary will be chocolate cyst of ovary. Okay, so endometrium lining is involved in this endometriosis, or so this is also a very common problem. So these are the applied anatomy aspect of the ovary. Okay, so this is all about the ovary. Now we will see in the viscera.